I was like, where the brush at? Like, am I supposed to take this off? Do I put my finger in it? Like, do I have to tap it out? Like, where the stuff, how does it come out? Like, what the hell? What is up, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning back into my channel. So today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my nails. This is actually my first time using Polygel. They came out great, honestly. They came out really great, but let's get right into this video. As you're seeing, I'm using acetone. I had on nail hardener on my nails, so I'm just using the acetone to remove the nail hardener. We don't want any kind of nail polish, any kind of oils, nothing on our nails before we start this process. Next, I'm getting my 100/180 nail file, and I'm going to be using the 180 side to make sure all the oils and unnecessary stuff is off. Next, I'm going to be sizing my nails. I already pre-sized them, and I wrote like a letter for like my thumb, index, ring finger. I wrote them on the numbers of the casing, so I already know what number goes on which nail. Now I'm just aligning them up, so when it's time to glue, I already have everything laid out and it's easy for me. This nail glue I got from Amazon for like less than $2, and it works great. I actually used this same nail glue. My wig stand broke, and I used this exact nail glue to glue back my nail stand, so it was good for that. But in this clip, I put too much glue actually. You're gonna see later I use alcohol to clean it off the sides, but honestly, you only need like a drop of glue. Like, you don't need too much. Like, don't waste your glue like I did. But I'm just gluing the nail on and pressing, applying a lot of pressure. I held this for maybe 10-15 seconds. Make sure you put a lot of pressure when you're gluing your nails. And if it helps, like I did, get a nail clipper or get something that you can use to press down on the edges of the nail. I got this nail clipper from Amazon. It's better to use this kind of nail clipper than like a nail clipper, like, you know which one I'm talking about, like a regular nail clipper. This just helps to cut the nail and make sure it's evenly cut and you can get like the right size that you want. And I'm just going back to make sure I'm getting my desired length. I always cut a little bit longer, and then I just put my two fingers together to measure and make sure everything is even. I decided to push my cuticles back just a little bit. This is really not necessary. I just had the tool and I was like, let me see if I can push my cuticles back. So at first I thought that this was a good idea to cut the sides of the nail to get my desired coffin shape, but after doing this finger I was like, yeah, no, I can't do this. Like, this is just too much. So I decided to use my nail file and I just shape the edges how I want. It took a long time, like it took a very long time. I saw a couple of YouTube videos that suggested using the stiletto shaped nails, I believe is what it's called. like the pointy nails. So just use the pointy nails and then to just cut it off. It's already shaped in like the shape you'd want to help you get the coffin shape, if you get what I'm trying to say. It's just easier to use that. A lot of the footage that I included in this video is going to be in real time, and it's also going to be sped up. And this is how my nails look after shaping them. I'm still going to shape them some more afterwards because I wanted it to be a little bit more pointy and skinnier, but that's a lot later. Next, I got this nail prep dehydrator from Amazon. I'll have that linked below. And you're just going to want to put a generous amount on your nail only. Don't put this on the fake nail. Just make sure you put this on your nail only. It also came with a nail primer. Yeah, just watch this real quick. Watch this. I was like, where the brush at? Like, am I supposed to take this off? Do I put my finger in it? Like, do I have to tap it out? Like, where the stuff, how does it come out? Like, what the hell? It wasn't until later I realized that I do actually have to remove that clear white part, and they have the bristle part that I attached to the cover. It was in the box, I didn't notice, but I didn't know that until now, so I just closed it, put it to the side, didn't use it. This is the gel polish that I bought from Amazon also. I will have it linked down below. It comes with all of these beautiful colors, but we're not using any of these colors just yet. We are just going to be taking the base coat and applying it to our whole nail. Now we are just going to cure the nails for 60 seconds. So to apply the Polygel, I'm using 99% alcohol. This is honestly the only one I could find in store. Or you could use acetone if you don't have alcohol. This brush also came with the Polygel that I purchased. I forgot to insert a clip of what the Polygel actually looks like, but I will have all that information down below. I start off by soaking the brush in alcohol, and the video is pretty self-explanatory. I put the Polygel on like the upper part of my nail. After dipping the brush in alcohol, I use it to like mold the top part of my nail just to make sure that the sides and the top is like, you know, perfectly covered. Then I start to push it down all the way down to my cuticle while still trying to maintain the form and how I want the nail to be, and just making sure that the area isn't too thick or too thin, that everything is even. And it's perfectly normal if as you're doing it it's not 100% even. That's fine, that can all be fixed with filing later on. Just keep in mind that the more alcohol you use, the more slippery and the more loose the Polygel is, and the easier it is going to be to form onto your nail. I really prefer using a Polygel compared to acrylic. I used to do my own nails with acrylic and it wasn't hard, but it was kind of like you had to act quick, because if you don't, then it's gonna dry, get hard, and then you have like uneven bumps. And I'm not really that experienced with acrylic. Like, I've done it on myself, but like, I'm not like, you know, at the nail salon, like, you know, they be going fast and they know what they doing. Like, that's just not me. Like, I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I was trying my best and just trying to save some coins. But polygel is way easier because you can take your time, and it's just easier to work with. And with each nail that you do, you get better at it. So my thumb was the first nail I did. It was kind of but it was kind of aight. But then by the time I got to like my middle finger, and by the time I got to my other hand, I was doing it real easy, way faster. Like, it just gets easier with time. And this is how the nail came out. And just make sure that you use alcohol after you've cured the nail. And when I say cure the nail, that's when you put your fingers under the UV light. At first, I didn't realize that's what I needed to do. I'm like, why is it so sticky? Like, did I do it wrong? Did I not put enough? Did I put too much? Did I not leave it under the light long enough? And this is the finished product. This is how my nails look after applying the polygel. My first time using the polygel, this is how my nail came out. And the last finger that I did with the polygel, this is how it came out. Now I'm just shaping the nails, making sure everything is nice and sharp and pointy and skinny the way I like. And I'm just going with my buffer and I'm buffing the nails just to make sure everything is nice and smooth one last time.
Love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home.
So now I'm trying to decide which green color I want to use.
Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get
Yep, this is the one. This is where I made my mistake. I put too much gel polish on my nails. Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't use too much. Don't be like me, because later on it's gonna be lumpy and it's not gonna dry properly, and you're later on gonna see that I added gold flakes to try and cover up the fact that I put too much and that it was lumpy and it didn't dry properly. So please, 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 if you're gonna be using gel polish, a little goes a long way. I promise you. And do you see how long it took me just to paint this one finger? And not just one finger, but my pinky finger, the baby finger. Like, it should not have taken me that long to paint one finger. Tell me that it's mine, baby, tell me that it's real. Hit it to the max, well, tell me how it feel. It's gonna be a minute, cause I'm in it for the thrill. Make it feel like. And you see on my, don't even look at my thumb link. I messed up there. I really wanted to show you guys, but yeah, the thumb was a no-go. And now I'm just putting on the gold flakes to cover up any imperfections. that I did not like. And we're just gonna go over each nail with the top coat. And cure it for 90 seconds. Now I'm just going back with the same alcohol that I used when I was applying the Polygel and wiping each finger. The last step is to apply some cuticle oil. I got this from Amazon. Make sure it gets everywhere. And this is the final look. I have a little bit of gel on the creases and corners of my nail, but that's okay. In a couple of days, that's gonna come off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and follow me on all of my social medias at Thatqueenbecc. And yeah, peace and blessings.
But I'm still drunk, that's hangover. Might run it back when this page over. You the best thing I done slaved over. Gon' arch you back and been way over. It's overdue for that.